Hey, I'm Annie Louey. I'm a comedian, and in a past life, I used to be a funeral assistant. To destigmatise the topic of death, I'm taking a bunch of performers and comedians on a ride with me. So get ready to hear it straight from the Hearse's mouth. Hello, hello!
Hello.
Lena Moon.
Oh my goodness, that's me. This is amazing.
Yeah, have you ever ridden in something like this?
No, I can't say I've ever even ridden a hearse.
I actually thought you might have.
No, I know you'd think given all the deaths.
Yes, given the death, which we're definitely going to talk about. But Lena Moon is an incredible comedian, improviser, and one half of the sketch duo Annie and Lena, where she gets to perform with her comedy bestie Annie Lumsden. She's worked on Auntie Donna's productions and is wildly popular on the streaming site Twitch. Tell me about your mum and how she got into the funeral industry.
One of the things that Mum was always really good at was sort of like kind of just having people around that she would kind of take care of. And so I think celebrancy was just like a logical step for her because we had friends who ran a funeral parlour. I remember like going and having a cup of tea there.
Oh, cute.
And like, it is cute, but when you're 12, it's like, why are we going to the funeral parlour for a cup of tea, you know?
You can have tea anywhere.
Yeah.
Can't we just go to the coffee shop like everybody else?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Northcote. There's heaps of coffee readily available. I was 23 when we found out about her cancer, and she'd had like appendicitis for ages. There just happened to be this like visiting Venezuelan surgeon who was like, I think a cancer specialist or something.
And he knew immediately that.
Yeah, he just looked at it and was like, okay. They rang me because we'd put me as the next of kin, the youngest daughter. What you're never ever prepared for. It's just like how heavily involved you are with someone's death when they're, you know, in your family.
So I'm taking you to the Tramway Hotel today, and that's got some significance because it's where you went after your mum's funeral.
I love this pub. I owe them so much. You'd think at a funeral that the people who would maybe not behave well at the wake would be the younger kids who were drunk, right? But what ended up happening was the boomers got us kicked out because they were so rowdy and like it was mortifying.
Man. Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Does it bring back memories?
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same. I mean, I don't want to say that and be wrong, but it feels the same.
Yeah. It's got that grungy, very Fitzroy.
Yes. Home pub.
Yeah, home pub.
This was the table that we sat at. It's like those days are so much of a flash in your mind.
Because when I think back to all those times where like trauma has happened, I can't remember any of it. Some of the things, I don't remember what I said at my dad's funeral, and I did a eulogy and, you know, it was emotional and everything. Where did you place comedy after that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to talk about comedy without talking about how it was like affected by all of it, really. And like, it, you know, you can sit there and be like, oh, but I tried to do comedy so many times and it didn't work out. And, you know, it's cancer's fault and I should quit. Or you can go like, oh no, like, nah.
Just nah.
Just nah.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Have you thought about what your mum might think about your life now?
I have a few times, especially because I do streaming now. I just think she would hate it. I think she would absolutely hate it so much. She would be like, I don't get it. Is it a sex thing? Like trying to explain to her that I'm like not doing porn.
But you're in your room a lot.
But I'm in my room alone talking and and like neon signs and stuff. Like, but I think if I framed it right, so if I could be like, I'm earning money from comedy, that would probably be enough for her to be like, well, that makes me proud. You keep your boobs in your bra, right? Like,